Yes, I'm here today with Julien to present you OBO Smarty as a collaborative modeling platform and to see how Smarty can enhance your serious-based tooling that you may have done and bringing it to the next level. So assuming that you have done some tooling based on serious, this tooling gives the ability to not only visualize your models graphically, but also to edit it via serious representations. Now you may feel alone with your modeler, and you might want to share this editing capabilities with other users. And in a word, you want your user to collaborate. You want your user to share ideas, to work on the same model, work on the same project. And so you need to find a way to recruit more users. You actually want users to be able to produce data, to do some modeling, and you want also your users to consume the data, meaning to go to the repository and to navigate in order to maybe do some analysis on the model that you're doing. So putting your serious tooling at the center, we have already identified two kinds of users. We have the producers user we want to take care of. Producers are going to edit the model a concurrent way, meaning they want all to access the model at the same time. And you also want users to come as easily as possible to consult the data in the repository. You want probably your users to go authenticated on the repository, and you want them to be able to navigate, to search, browse, to do some kind of analysis, impact analysis or gap analysis, and all that you want it to be in a user-friendly environment. So that's where Smarty can come into play as a ready-to-use solution. Well, it was initially created for enterprise architects, but actually it can be used with any kind of tooling. It's basically a repository-based collaborative modeling platform with a profile-based authentication, allowing to define user profiles. It provides web access, so easy access to the data. It does graphical modeling thanks to the serious technology, obviously. It also does version management, meaning that you can manage different versions of your models. It has a lot of navigation facilities, and I have to say it is shipped with Archimate and BPMN, even if you might not want to use that. So just I'd like to have a quick glance with you at the software architecture, just to give you a clue of what it takes to deploy your serious-based tooling into Smarty. Smarty is, as I said, is responsible for holding the unique repository that's figured here by this database. This database, actually, you don't have to manage, you don't have to take care of. On top of it is the Smarty server managing the database for you and providing web access. So you see the Jetty technology is here to provide web access to the repository. And you might recognize some technology used to manage models and documentation. Now, once this is deployed on a server machine, your clients can access it two ways. From a rich client, where actually Sirius lies. So meaning that your user will be able to do graphical edition via this rich client. And on the other side, you can access the same repository via a web browser. Now, what it takes to deploy your tooling into this architecture, actually, all you have to do is to put your own tool here on the server side. So you see here it is put along with Archimate and BPMN, but that's optional. Actually, it comes by default, but you can remove it. And you put your tool here. And once you've done that, you don't have to worry about deployment of your tool. Deployment is made automatic thanks to the Eclipse update site mechanism. You don't have to worry about when the modeler starts, it automatically checks that it is configured with the latest version of the tooling, and this way you ensure that your users are always up to date with the latest version of the tooling. Now for this demo, we choose the entertaining example of the Mindstorm Designer. Mindstorm Designer, you might have seen it in some other Sirius conferences that we said previously. It's a designer that we've made for demo purpose mainly. It's a designer defining a meta model for defining choreographies in order to model a course of action to be executed on a Mindstorm robot. This designer comes with a set of specific representations, and we are going to see what it looks like deploying this very simple modeler into Smarty. By the way, if you are interested into this particular modeler, we have the link to the tutorial here. Now, for the demo part, Julien here with me is going to do the...
Give me the mouse.
Oops. He's going to do the demo. Here, what you can see here is the rich client of OBO Smarty, and Julien is going to log in.
Yes,
as himself.
So, sorry. I use my user identifiant. So in this case of this demonstration, the user identifiant is stuck in a properties file, but OBO Smarty is works with LDAP and Active Directory.
So talking about login, here, that's a way of using profiles here. When Julien is logging as himself onto the system, then he ends up with this startup page, which is entirely customized for his profile. The profile is a mean of defining what a user can see in the repository. You can restrict access to the data. You can restrict access to functionalities of the system itself. You can restrict access in writing the data or some functionalities of Smarty. Here on the welcome page, this welcome page is customized for Julien's profile, and we have decided to show some information.
Yeah. So as I said, Vincent, we decided to show you the description profile user. So in this case for Mindstorm robot, and we decided to show you the widget artifact. This artifact allows to show all representation of all files available in your repository, and you decide to manage a chart page, and to display all instruction available in our repository. And we decided to display the recently view. The recently view display all elements or all representation that was consult before. And we have the Mindstorm activity that display all elements checked or clicked or all representation. And you can see if this representation or this element was changed or added, and which persons did the action.
Yeah, actually, the recently viewed chart is can be seen as an Ariane stream, so that it helps navigate into the repository. Once you have done in some places, you can always go back here and see where you've been before, helping you going back. And the activity is quite interesting because here you see that every modification in the repository is dated and signed by the user ID, so that you can keep track of what your users are doing and when they are doing it. Now, this welcome page is probably the preferred central way of accessing the repository. That's where you are going to be able to put your main entry points into your repository. But on the left side, you also see the Model Explorer providing an overview of all the content of the repository, and it also gives, it also brings for free editing capabilities in the repository. Maybe Julien, you want to show us?
As you can find in OBEO Sirius, in OBEO Smarty, you have a Model Explorer. So in this case, we use the folder as the project is used in Sirius, and we have more functionality. Has the action to create a new element from the Model Explorer. So if I want to add, for example, a grab instruction, I can add that to my repository. In the Model Explorer, I can delete an element. For example, if I want to delete the element I created. Or you can also rename the element. And we have other functionalities as the filter. You can filter your Model Explorer by name. For example, if I want only display instruction with 15 naming, I can use this filter. Otherwise, I can use the filter by the type of my elements. For example, I want only display the go forward instructions, and I can use this filter.
And what's interesting to note here with the Model Explorer is that you might think that it would need some work for specifying, like specifying a Sirius tree, but actually it doesn't need anything to be done from your side. It just works out of the box. It just takes any kind of meta model and see how the meta model structure is done and makes a good guesses to give the proper behavior to create elements, to move elements from container to container, or to manipulate your model. So it just works out of the box, giving a real value added to your model.
And as you can do in Sirius, you can open it your representation defined in your Sirius environment, for example. And as you can see, I can use my Sirius environment in OBEO Smarty as I can do in Sirius. So for example, I define a representation named bring object to display diagram. And this representation diagram is empty. And I can check and select the element from the Model Explorer and drag and drop to my graphical representation. We will use the Houndroll, it's better.
And here you see graphical representation working as if you were in an Eclipse environment. It doesn't take any additional effort to deploy your existing representations into Smarty. It just comes working as it was before. By the way, here while we are on the graphical representation, you can see Julien is using the property views that have been defined in the original Serious-based graphical tool. And as you might see, we can see some green locks showing up on the diagrams. Actually, on every representation of the element being modified, a green lock appears here on our environment. That's just to indicate us as model contributors that we are starting to edit some part of the model. And at the same time, on all other user environments, a red lock appears, indicating the users that they won't be able to edit the same element, and disabling the edition capabilities on this element. This way, using this fine-grained lock mechanism, Smarty prevents any conflicts between users. It makes a model fully editable without having to take care of model coherency or model synchronizations between users. Now, as soon as Julien will save his modification.
Before that, we can also see that the green lock appears in the Model Explorer. All the elements are locked, appears in the Model Explorer, in the representation, and in the properties view.
Yep.
And if I save my action, all the lock decorators disappears.
Yes, what you have to keep in mind is that here we are sharing one instance of the model among a set of users. The model is not duplicated. We are all editing at the same time the same version of the model.
And as we are in the properties view, I want to show you the functionality of Oberus Smarty named dynamic properties. So Vincent, can you explain what is the dynamic properties in Smarty?
Yes, Julien. Dynamic properties is a feature brought by Smarty to add information on every kind of element in the form of key value properties. So it's like adding properties to your elements at runtime. Of course, you might not want that if you are very strict on what your user need to do. You might not want this feature, and you can just disable it in the corresponding user profile. But it can come handy to let the user define some additional information, and at some point you might even want to exploit this data to be reflected on your representations. Maybe add some decoration onto your existing representation to show this additional data.
So in our case, we need to have a new value, a new attribute that has not defined in our meta model. So we want to define a speed attribute. So I can add on my go forward instruction a new key named speed, and with a value, for example, fast. And I can also define this value for another go forward instruction with the value loud.
And once this is done, once your user starts using a key like this one, like the speed key, this key is made available on all other elements to be reused for other instances. Now, common concerns that you might have when working with consequence model, when your model starts growing and your users start doing different representations, is to find where an element is represented. So Smarty comes with this specific view, bringing your users a way to see where an element is represented. So it is contextual to the selection.
Yes, when you selected an element in the Model Explorer or in the representation, the graphical representation, you can see all representation where this object is used. So for example, in my case, for the rotate with 50 degrees value, I can see that this object is used by the bring object to displace diagram representation and in the choreography tree. If I check a choreography, for example, I can see that this element is used in the table. So in OBE Smarty, you can also use your table representation. All representation defined in your design, in your whole design from Serious, are available in OBE Smarty, and you can use this representation in OBE Smarty.
Yes, Smarty not only manages graphical representations, but of course every kind of representations like tables, cross tables, trees. Yeah. Now, another benefit of modeling would probably be impact analysis. You're doing a model, and at some point you may be due to some maintenance task, or you just want to understand what it would take to modify an element, and we want to see what would be the impact of modifying one element. So for helping you produce impact analysis views in your model, Smarty comes with this impact analysis. Where is it?
Yes, here. So
here it is. Once again, this is a view contextual to the selection. So here, Julien is going to select an element and show you.
As you can see, and we are third object that are not present in my representation, in my graphical representation. So the first solution consists to select this element in my model explorer and drag and drop in my representation. But I can use also my impact analysis view. And if I double clicking on my object, I can see whole object linked to this object, and I can select this object, and I can drag and drop to my representation. So,
and layout.
Yes, it's necessary. And it's wonderful. I have all my object in my representation.
So it's an easy and nice way to create impact analysis diagrams. I think we have seen quite a few features helping to model. Now we know that our model will always be coherent thanks to the lock mechanism. However, we haven't yet presented a way to check coherency of the model, meaning from the business point of view, you might be interested to check some properties.
Yes.
And Smarty comes with a validation process, validation feature that allows to define validation rules to be run on the model and generate validation reports.
Yes. So in OBE Smarty, to use the validation rules, you must to go to the welcome page and use administration menu and launch the validation. So in our case, we define one validation rules writing in HQL, but it's also possible to define your validation rules in Java language. So for that, I launch the validation. The rules defined in my repository is that the go forward instruction must have a value superior and inferior to 0. So in our case, we can see we have one instruction with the value equals to 0. So the report this error. I can modify this this value.
Yeah, the report is navigable by the means of hyperlinks.
And, for example, I put.
And here you end up to the detail page of the faulty element and correct the error, go back to the validation report, and if you refresh, the error will disappear.
And if I relaunch the validation, I can see there is no error in my repository.
By the way, here you may have noticed the URL on top of the editor. This URL here is a stable URL that you can share among your users, and you can send it by chat or by email, and your users will be able to connect to this URL via the web browser and see the same report. And that's the same actually for the representations and different type of pages of the repository.
And as you talk about the web browser,
yes,
surprise.
Now we are going to
OBE Smarty is available in a web browser.
So here Julien switched to his web browser. Actually, that's Chrome. Yeah. Well, here Julien is already logged as himself, but
yes.
the logging mechanism is the same, using the same mechanisms. And as you see here, the human interface is quite similar. You still have your preferred welcome page. And on the left side, you have the web version of the Model Explorer without actually the editing capabilities.
Yes, you found
so far.
You find all elements available in your repository, as you can see in the Rich client. And in this Model Explorer, you can add your model, your representation, your graphical representation, and you can add all files that you want. So for the demonstration with Vincent, we decided to add a little video to show you the robot in action. So
yeah, actually,
can I launch this video? Vincent?
Sure. Good, please. Actually, it's just to show you that you will be able to add any kind of data into your repository and attach it to your semantic elements to maybe provide documentation for your users. Now, from the Model Explorer, you can also access the publication of the representations. Julien?
Yes.
Here you can see one of them.
Yes, you can see your representation, and if I did a modification in my Rich client, this modification appears in the web browser.
Yes,
so,
actually that's a publication. It's
yes.
It is a picture, but it is navigable. So you can, if you click on one of the elements, you can navigate to this element description.
Yes, for example, if I switch to my Oberlo Smarty Rich client, I will modify the element, and if I return to my web browser in Oberlo Smarty, I can see that this representation was updated.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can show us how we can modify an element property.
Yes.
From here.
Yes, from the
so
web browser.
Going to the detail page of an element from the representation, Julien clicked on an element and it goes to the representation, to the detail page. And here you can access to some edition features from here.
Yes, so I will modify the 4th instructions. So for the moment, the value is 25, and I will change to 45. And if I switch to my Rich client browser,
you will see the change. Obviously,
why
appear.
not? 45, yes, I can see that the change appears in my Model Explorer, but the change appears also in my representation as here.
Maybe you can do some layouting on this diagram. Diagram.
Yes.
Maybe you can lay out this diagram to.
Yes, I already do the action.
Ah bon?
Yes. yes.
Je peux le faire. Okay. So as you can see, you don't have to worry about publication. So yes, your representation are picture, but they are published automatically. As soon as something changes in the repository, the publication is made available for the web client.
And for this demonstration, I checked the choreography go for the first instruction, and you can see that we have a new representation, a new graphical representation that represents all element linked to the go for the first instructions choreography. So I can move elements in this representation, and if I click on this element, I can going to the details page
of this element. Yeah.
Yes.
We like to call this representation the DAISY representation because it shows a central element with all the peripheral all around, and it gives an easy way to navigate and to browse your repository. Now on this detail page, you also see that you have the related representations of your elements, and you can add some other information there as well. And maybe you would like to show the Excel export.
Yes, if I can before.
Yes, you may.
As you as you say, we can show a representation, and you can find your table representation in web browser or your tree representation in the web browser.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now on the detail page, we also have some editing capabilities made available for the web users, like the export or import Excel as Excel format.
Yes.
So from here.
Yes, from here. So we have selected the go for the first instruction choreography. So we want to export all instruction present in this choreography. So I click on export content, and I can open this file, and I can see the choreography present in the exported choreography. So bring object to this place, we can find this choreography, and you can find all the instruction present in this choreography. So you can find the go forward instructions, the grab instructions, the dynamic property for this choreography, the release instruction, and the rotate instructions. And for example, if I want add element in my repository, I can add a line in my XLS file. And for example, if I want to add a rotate instruction, I must just add an ID, degrees value, and after that I save my file and I import from my browser the new file modified, and this action complete my repository with the new element added to the file.
So it's basically giving you a way to export your repository in Excel format, and why not edit this export to re-import, and giving another way to edit the model. Actually, this is the default built-in export-import, but just for your information, you can also add your own imports from importing from some connectors, from some other kind of data source to the platform. Now,
other functionality?
Yeah. Now, we've mainly so far we stay on the same version of our model. We haven't seen the need of managing different versions. However, you might want to manage different versions to maybe do some projection of the evolution of your models. For managing different versions, Smarty comes with a branch management system. So as Julien is showing here,
yes,
the menu shows
the branch master. So by default in Obero Smarty, you have a default branch named master, and after, if you want to create a new branch from the master branch, you can create this branch from the branch management. No, it's very simply. It's just to create a new branch. So in our case, we created a Mindstorm version 1.1 branches from the master with difference. And if you wanted to see the difference, we just used the gap analysis.
Maybe I can clarify what a branch is. Actually, that's a branch is just a replication, a logical replication of your repository, creating a new modeling space where your users can come to modify the model, to modify a copy of the model without modifying the original copy. And at some point, you might even want to merge two branches into one. And here, Julia is just showing the differences between two branches.
Yes, for example, we can see that we had a new grab instruction in a master branch, and you can see also the difference between two representations. For example, if I click here, you can see that we added a new grab instruction in a master branch, and this instruction is not present in the other branch.
Just keep in mind here we are in the web browser, and we are able to do gap analysis, the semantic from the semantic point of view, but also from the graphical point of view. Now,
Fusion? Oh,
no, that's easy.
Oh, okay, sorry. And for example, in the gap analysis, we can see that we have a folder named BPMN. So, Vincent, I have a question for you.
What is BPMN? No,
No.
I'm not going
Okay.
to explain what
Okay.
BPMN is. No, actually, we just added this folder here with another kind of model just to stress the fact that you are not bound to use only one meta model on your system. You can deploy different meta models. Here we have the Mindstorm meta model, and we use the folder for storing this model. And we created another folder named BPMN to store another kind of model, and we did some BPMN stuff into it. So it's just showing how open the system is.
So, Vincent, do you want to resume benefits of OBEO
Maybe
Smarty?
we can have a quick glance on what we've seen. So here, we've seen quite a few functionalities. This is just to fix the IDs of what we've talked. We've talked about collaborative modeling with authentication, with a nice lock mechanism. We've seen how to manage branches. We have seen the Model Explorer coming out of the box without adding full high-level edition features without any effort from your side. We have seen the generic import-export, Excel, web access. We haven't seen all the navigation facilities Smarty provides, only scratch the surface. And we have seen how to manage documents and even how to add dynamic properties. Now, to conclude, you might wonder how far we are to model in the cloud. Well, we are not that far, actually. OBEO Smarty already allows to do some modification of the semantic models in the web browser. However, it runs Sirius locally on the rich client, allowing graphical modification to be done only in the rich client. However, this is coming fast with actual Sirius developments, and very soon Diagram Edition will come with Sirius.